Hello artists, welcome back to Art at Home with Mrs. Kellogg. So, did you set up your artist studio? You did? That's great. Okay, now always remember an artist studio isn't just a room. It could be a desk, it could be at a table or a corner of the room. It's your special place where you create art and have your art supplies. Now, I'm going to tell you what we're going to do today in art, and I'm going to show you the materials that you'll need for today's project.
3, 2, 1.
Okay, today's lesson, what we're going to make are fun people doodles. Now, a doodle is a line or a shape that you can draw, and it could look like something or not. And I love creating doodles because I get to practice with my art materials and really learn how to use them. And then the second thing is making doodles helps me relax. Now, let me tell you what materials we're going to use. So the first thing you want to make sure, like when I spoke to you about your creating your art studio, remember you want to have art mat or newspaper laid out. So make sure you have that. Then the second thing is paper. So I'm going to use a smaller piece of paper. The size is up to you. And I'll show you the way I'm going to place my paper. So in art, we call this direction, the way I have my paper, landscape. But if you want to have your paper going up and down like this, that's called portrait in art. We call that the portrait way to put your paper. So either way. So I'm going to do it this way. Now, I always recommend having extra papers. And the reason why is because we're going to make some fun faces. So maybe you want to practice the facial expressions on your paper, the smiles or the frowns or mouths open. So it's good to have those extra papers for that. We're going to start off with pencil. So you want to make sure you have a pencil with an eraser, make sure it's sharpened. I like to have a few more pencils that are sharpened, so if one breaks, I can just keep on going. And I usually have an extra eraser and a sharpener close. Besides pencils and an eraser, I'm going to use markers. So I'm going to use a fine tip black Sharpie marker and then an ultra fine tip. You can use other markers if you like. And again, you don't have to use markers. You can just create your art just with pencil. Now later on, if you want to add color to it, you could use markers for that, or you could use crayons. And then the last thing, since we are going to make a line going across, you can use a ruler for that, or you can always use one of the extra papers and place your extra paper down like so, and then draw your line. Okay, so those are the materials we're going to use for today's lesson. So I have you pause the video, and then you gather your materials, and I will meet you back here. So I'll see you soon. Did you get your materials? Great. Okay, so let's get started. So again, we're going to make those fun doodle people. And I'm going to place this example off to the side. And let's get started. Okay, so we're going to start with a pencil. And you notice I drew a line at the bottom of my paper. So if you want to put it higher, you can. Just remember you won't have as much space. You can draw multiple lines if you wanted to. That means more than one. So again, to draw my line, I'm placing down my pencil, and then I'm going to draw. And I'm going to leave a little space on either side. And again, if you want to go completely side to side, you decide. And if you don't have a ruler, remember, you can always use that extra paper and draw that. And if you don't want to do a line, You could make a box and put lines in it, or, be creative. So again, I'm here to teach you some art skills, and you're going to create in your own way. So I'm going to start right here. And the shape I'm going to make, I'll show you this again. You notice it's half of an oval or a rainbow line. Or think of it as an upside down U. So whatever works for you. Okay, so I'm going to go here, and I'm going to go up and over, and I'm kind of making it pretty wide and big because I want to fit those faces in there. So now you can make them touch or not touch. That's up to you. So if I make it touch, I'm not going to make a full rainbow like I did in the first one. I'm going to go from here all the way down to here. Okay? So I'm going to touch and then go over. And if I want to make one taller, I can do that. If I want to make one shorter, I can do that. Or I don't have to make them touch. I can do this and I can do this. So whatever works for you. Okay, so now I have enough. Now I'm going to start to put faces on them. So I'm going to show you a couple of examples. So I'm going to use this extra paper just to show you. So some fun faces. So you can always use circle for the eyes, if that's something that you like. And then this is the fun part. You can just put circles inside and then shade those in, and those would be that kind of the dark part of your eye, if you like that eye. Okay, for a nose, you can just go back to your rainbow line and then just make your smile, and you've got that face. Now the fun thing I love about eyes is this. See, I'm going to make these big circles. You can use half circles and have the eyes looking off to the side. Like, who's that next to me? That's kind of fun. If I put more of those fun doodle people, I can even do this. Oh, who's up there? So that's kind of a fun idea. Or I can make some other eyes like this, looking down. Okay, shading those. Who's down there? Who's on the other side of me? Okay, so that's kind of fun to do. So you can play around like that. Another idea is, see, I could make it kind of give a look like it's winking. The person's winking, and I could put a little, that's like a little highlight in the corner, and I can darken it. And the noses are fun because you can do a straight line for a nose. You know, like I showed you the rainbow nose. You can do that. You don't even have to put a nose. Okay? And for mouths, you could make a mouth open, like a big circle, and darken it. You could see rainbow line, repeat the rainbow line, and then I've got a mouth like so. And then if you like the open mouth, see, look at that. So I did a straight line. It's like half an oval. And then I'm going to make a little rainbow line down here lower, and then I'm going to shade that in. So you can put all the different eyes and noses together, or different mouths. So maybe this person is kind of not happy. So they have a grumbly kind of mouth. They can have a smile mouth. They can kind of have a frown mouth. They can have a straight line mouth. So you decide. And see, look, you can add shapes to make teeth coming out of the mouth. So those are a couple of ideas and different expressions, because the thing to always remember, I always think about it, I don't feel exactly the same way every day. Sometimes I have different feelings, so you can use that use your emotions to put into your artwork. And a lot of times when I do that, after I'm done, I feel better after I'm doing my artwork or my doodles. Okay, so I'm going to start here. So I'm going to make a circle, and I'm going to make another circle. And then I'm just going to make a little smile. And I might put a little highlight here, a little highlight there. Okay, and this one, maybe what I'll do is I'll have a winking person. Okay. And then I'll have the eye looking over at that person. So that's another idea. Okay. And maybe what I'll do is I'll kind of have a little smile. Maybe I'll have fun and put some teeth in there. So have fun with it, and use your own expressions. Here I can do, fun eyes. So again, just, be creative. I can use a circle of the nose and a smile. Maybe what I want to do is have this mouth open, like they're surprised. See, look, rainbow line, and a little circle underneath there. And if I wanted to, I could just put another nose in there. And so, I could keep going. See, I'm going to put little ears on there. And see, I could just even make a kind of a ovally smile in there. So that's another idea if I want to do glasses. See, look, I do that. Big circle, line on an angle going back, line on an angle going back. And then I can put eyes in there. Okay. And I'll just put a little line for the nose. And then this one, remember I showed you about the expressions? See, that's going to be, I'm going to darken that, and I'll go over this with my marker so it stands out more. And then the other thing that I can do is a line like this, a line like this. Maybe they're not so happy. So you can change it up. And here's another idea. So you can even put like little hats on there. So that might be something fun. See, there's one level of the hat, or maybe I want to make this one. Maybe they were baking and I'm making a big chef hat. Maybe they were baking and it didn't come out the way they wanted. So just, again, like I said, have fun with it. Okay, now I'm going to use my marker to go over this, and I could even add more people. Okay, so see, triangle eyes, you could put eyelashes, and I'll add some more stuff here with my marker so you can get an idea of how you want to maybe add extra things. Okay. So now it's time to go over with the marker, so I'm just going to lightly trace. This is one thing, when you're using markers, I always see a lot of people just pressing super hard, and what happens is the marker will get kind of these big spots and get really spotty. So sometimes what I like to do is hold my marker a little bit higher, and then I just want to glide with my hand. Okay. And I'm going to turn my paper as I work, shading that in. So I finished tracing with my marker. So notice I've shaded in so the mouth will look open. This one, see how the rainbow line looks like a tongue, and I've shaded around that. If you want to put hair on there, you can do that and put ears on the side. Maybe this one I'll make a little higher. So, you know, just add and have fun. Look, I can make a shape in here, and they have hair. I can maybe make a curly Q coming out. So you can add all fun things to your picture. So I encourage you to make your own original faces in your fun people doodles and set it up the way that you would like. Remember, you can always pause the video and do just parts of the video and then come back to it. Okay, so now it's your turn, and always remember to relax, have fun, and keep creating, and I will see you back in the next video. Bye.